Guys, so we are good to go now from scrap to a painted frame, as you can see now. And as I told you, the process is cutting, welding, drilling, boring, assembling, dismantling. So now I'm starting up a new step, and we are good to ride. And this was the horizontal engine, and these are the older parts, and they are all going to work, except few modifications are going to be made on them. And here is the fabricated frame out of the separated frame. Now this is the new sprocket of 428, and the older one was 420. So the chain of 428 and the 420 couldn't match. Then I decided to make them uniform because the engine has a chain depth of 4 to 8. Okay, so I had to change the spring because my sprocket is now big, and you can see this spring is bigger than this one, so I'm going with this and neglecting this one. But when you look at the whole thing, like now here, when I fix my spring and put on the tire, this is it. You see that? So when you make it that way, it looks much more better than the before. Then this is the going in engine, and as you can see here, well organized, the other before one. So let's fix in this one and we see in the engine. Boom. Now when you look at the engine in well fixed, the next thing I'm going to put on the clutch. I put on the wiring harness, I put in the dimmer switches. The two dimmer switches are already put on. The air cleaner is in there. Then the clutch is right here, plus the accelerator is also just here. Sorry for the color, the room was not conducive with the photo, but you can see this is where you can turn to accelerate more or increase on the throttle body position. Then we have another point here, that is, let me show you that point here. That is for example, now if at all these wires are short, you see that, and the way I'm heading to my engine, and wiring harness that was bought was short, so I'm going to extend this gear lever in here where the foot will be resting, and then we make it good to go. Then when we put on the other older guard, then this is the new wiring harness, and I'm going to tie some few areas and they organize. Here is my regulator, has already been fixed, and I'm going to fix my chair here because the wire has been put in place, and the key is also in its wiring harness. So I'm going to put on the headlamp here, the two indicators right there. Then we switch to, I think here is the exhaust, it's working properly. Then let me tie up here so that they don't move. Then this was this one was just to hold. Okay, then I'm going to put in the trunk-holding pipe, that is black, thread tape it, and then make sure that all those colors that you're seeing, like red, green, blue mixed up, are in one trunk-holding black pipe of 1/2 inch, which is 20mm trunk-holding pipe. So when I finish up, but before all that, I have to tie here, as you can see, in order to keep them in position, and not forget that this is going via here, just that, and not forgetting that welding, cutting, drilling, reboring, grinding, filing were the procedures up to where we are, including painting. However, my painting was deep painting, yeah, was not, I did not go for the spray paint. I went in for the deep paint. That's why the work output is so good. Then let's look at it here. I think you can see that. Then next is the fuel line, because from the tank we have two outputs. One is the top and another one is in the bottom areas to empty the tank. So these are the two where I have made a junction there, and then we move down below there, come to the, cause the tank need to be filtered. So come here and put in your filter. From the filter I raise up because my carburetor is a little bit up, then we end up in there. Why I raised up the tank was in order to reduce on the reserve, because this I'm going to face a challenge of high reserve. So when you raise the tank up, you reduce on it. I think you can see that. Then I'm going in, I have already enlarged these few wires and I've put in more to make them more longer from the up to the bottom. So you can see that this wire is now long from the dimmer switch up to the wire harness where it receives this is an indicator, alerting horn, and the headlight on. So I have received that here, right there. So this is the horn. I'm going to take it there also. I take both of them, left and right. Perfect. Then I've put in my dimmer here and the key, as you can see down there. However, they are going to work in conjunction with this one on top. Okay, so that's it. Let's wait for the next video.